Now we need to multiply a decimal by 10, 100 or 1000, and to do that we always start in the same way. We write out the decimal, so here 22.02, and then we copy down the decimal point. Now multiplying by 10 means that the digits are moving one square to the left. We're moving to the left because remember, multiplying by anything more than 1 makes the number bigger, and the way to remember that it's just one square to the left is because 10 has one zero. So we can copy down this 2 one square to the left and do the same with all of our other digits as well. That gives us 220.2, so that's our answer. Now we have 0.61, so we write the number out and copy down the decimal point. We're multiplying by 10, so the digits are moving one square to the left, so we can copy down this 0, this 6 and this 1 one square to the left. Now that gives us 06.1, but we don't need to show this 0 in our tens, so we can just write 6.1 as our answer. Now we have 28.28, so we can write the number out and copy down the decimal point, but this time we're multiplying by 100, so digits are moving 2 squares to the left, and the way to remember that is that 100 has 2 zeros. So if we copy down this 2 squares to the left and do the same with our other digits, now we have the decimal point on the end. And when we have a decimal point on the end of a number, we have a whole number. So our answer is 2828. Now we have 0.4, so we write the number out and copy down the decimal point. We're multiplying, so digits are moving to the left, and we're multiplying by 100, which has 2 zeros, so digits are moving 2 squares to the left. The other way to think about multiplying by 100 is that multiplying by 100 is the same as multiplying by 10 and then by 10 again. So that's why the digits are moving 2 squares, because to multiply by 10, the digits move 1 square, but if we multiply by 10 again, the digits are moving another square, so that's 2 squares altogether. So we can copy down this 0, 1, 2 squares to the left, and do the same with this 4. But now we've got an empty square before the decimal point, and to make it clear that the 4 has now moved into the tens place value, we need to write a 0 in this empty square. So that gives us 040 and then a decimal point. If we have a decimal point at the end, we have a whole number, and we don't need to write this 0 in our hundreds, so our answer is just 40. Now we have 3.5, so we can write the number out and copy down the decimal point. But this time we're multiplying by 1000. That has 3 zeros, so the digits will move 3 squares, and we're multiplying, so the digits move 3 squares to the left. So if we copy down this 3, 1, 2, 3 squares to the left, and do the same with this 5, we now have 2 empty squares before the decimal point. So we need to write zeros in these empty squares to show that the 3 is now in our thousands place and the 5 in our hundreds. So now the decimal point is at the end, so we have the whole number 3500. Finally, we have 6.052, so we write the number out and copy down the decimal point. We're multiplying, so the number's getting bigger, which means digits are moving to the left. And we're multiplying by 1000, which has 3 zeros, so digits are moving 3 squares to the left. The way to think about multiplying by 1000 is that we're multiplying by 10, then by 10 again, and then by 10 for a third time, so that's why the digits move 3 squares. So we can copy down this 6, 1, 2, 3 squares to the left, and do the same with all of our other digits. So now we have our decimal point at the end, which means we have a whole number. So our answer is 6052. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that was helpful. If you're a teacher or a parent, then please subscribe or go to keystage2maths.com to download resources for this lesson and many more. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.